Hello, hello, hello. You're tuning into the episode of The Wunderkind Show. Today's first topic, Lamar Jackson is getting fed up. Look, guys, I've heard so many excuses on why this team has had problems. I've heard, the quick game is not what it used to be, Poppy. The receivers are getting open enough, Poppy. The run game isn't what it was last year, Poppy. Big plays are no longer just there, Poppy. Dan Orlowski, Mina Kimes, Ryan Clark, Kurt Warner, Stephen A. Smith, Nick Wright, and others. The Ravens are having so much problems. They didn't look like they did last year. I'll tell you why. The offensive line is why. And I'm offended that they refuse to call a spade a spade. Today, because of course you know, we weren't allowed as fans to watch the live. At least I checked everywhere for it. I couldn't find it. If y'all guys found it, send it to me, right? But I couldn't find the live that allowed us to watch the interviews today from Lamar, from Munkin. You know what I'm saying? So today, Lamar was asked about his, why he was sacked so many times. Right here, Jameson Hensley put it up. Funny thing, too. Just to let y'all know, he blocked me. But I can still access his tweets. And he said Lamar Jackson was told that he's been sacked 23 times in 7 starts this season, which matches the number of times he was sacked all of last year. I'm going to talk to my offensive line about that, Jackson said with a smile. That's not all that was said. Hold on. Even though I don't have it, I'm going to read it to you. Then Cordell Woodland kind of doubled down about it, or was asked, and he jokingly said, look, I need to talk to my offensive line about that. This offensive, that's the most he could say. That's the most he could say. I don't know what y'all want. Oh, no, they're horrible. They're terrible. He can't do that. But if you need any more, he's let you guys know, look. They ain't protecting me. And for anybody that's wondering, right, how bad they were last week, here is 33rd team's Week 11 pass protection rankings. Oh, Lord, the Baltimore Ravens, they are lost. Sino mi sono comando pani, tolo rani. Last. And it ain't getting better. They're actually getting worse. They have seen how bad they've been. You know what's crazy? They're so quick to want to throw. And mind you, he's been terrible too. Voorhees. It's very funny how Falele is somehow like Teflon, bulletproof. They're unwilling to look at anybody else but him. When to me, Emery and Cleveland should be starting. It's like, y'all two tried. Emery and Cleveland get in there. Real talk. Emery and Cleveland, get your butts in there. Let's see if we can turn some things around. You know the crazy thing is, I already know Harbaugh. If they did that and they looked great, it would make him look stupid. Because what would happen is they would ask, couldn't this have been done earlier? And he's not going to have an answer for that. He's just going to get, in his feelings. So he doesn't now, because when you're so wrong on something and you keep saying, no, I'm not wrong. You have to dig in, dig down. You can't be flexible anymore. Because now you're dug in. So now they're not going to say, oh, a couple times, 3 times, maybe even 4 times. Okay. But this long after watching your quarterback get hurt, and now you made a switch because you were forced to, and now the offensive line magically looks better. That's why right now he probably getting Falele whatever he needs to stay healthy. Because here's the thing. God forbid, because I never wish injury on any player. God forbid Falele and Voorhees got hurt the next game, right? Voorhees was already missing time in practice because, he was injured, right? But let's say Falele missed time. Once again, I'm not wishing it. God forbid. I want to make sure I reiterate that. And the offensive line, let's say Cleveland came in, Emery came in, and the offensive line looks absolutely day and night to what we've been seeing. The question then becomes, why didn't you do this sooner? There's no way you didn't see it in practice. How are you not seeing? You saw week in and week out they were struggling. You kept saying they're doing great. Now everybody sees that they're doing great. Since they were doing so much better before, then when they come back from injury, are you then going to allow them to retake their positions? I promise you, God forbid if those players got hurt and Cleveland and Emery stepped in and the offensive line all of a sudden looked like an offensive line. If Harbaugh tried to say, okay, they're back, we're going to put our guys back in, I promise you, at that point, people would start speaking up in the media. All of a sudden, Harbaugh would not be able to live that down. So that's what I'm saying. So you better pray. Because either way, he's burned. But if he doubles down even further, I believe you would get more out of Lamar at that point. I really do. I think at that point, Lamar's like, bro, we're not changing nobody. I'm the coach. These guys are playing. Bet. Well, I'm injured and I'm not playing. Or going to the... I could really well see that happening. Could you imagine? And mind you, I don't want no drama. I'm just saying, could you imagine those two coming in for 3-4 games, offensive lines looking like it's like butter, baby. They run in, they pass, but all of a sudden Lamar, now the offense is looking absolutely explosive again. And now those guys come out for injury. Harbaugh's like, okay, they're going to retake their positions. Could you imagine what the fan base would do? How pissed they would be? There'd be some furniture moving. I promise you. He would not, bro. Because that's what happens when you dig in. When you're dug in foolishly, ignorantly. Because then what happens? Because here's the thing, guys. Remember, they said they're playing the 5 best. We're doing everything we can. So then now prove that he was wrong. Then the question starts to become, what were you looking at? What were you using to evaluate these guys? Now they look so much better that those two guys are out of the lineup. Either way, he's going to get cooked. So I'm telling you this right now, Harbaugh's doing whatever he can to keep Falele as healthy as possible. Because if, God forbid, if that brother went down, and Voorhees went down, and other people had to step up and then the offensive line looked fixed. Oh. Bro, you think they would, bro, you have any idea how the fans will let them have it? The fans would be so loud that the media would have to run with it because they would want all of the traction. They don't want all the traction. Then it becomes, are you playing favorites or are you actually being a coach? Just saying. I'm just saying. Now that Lamar is speaking, hey, you got to ask my offensive line about that. Not me. You know what I'm saying? I'm doing my job. I ain't going to say they ain't doing their job, but that's on them. Protecting me is not on my job. That's their job. Somebody not doing their job. Oh. But what do you guys think? Did you like what Lamar said today? Were you surprised that he said it and addressed it? And how far do you think this might go with the addressing the offensive line with Lamar Jackson and others? Including Derrick Henry, maybe. Let me know what you think down in the comment section, please. All right? But as always, that's episode of the Wunderkind Show. Thank you for watching. I know we get down, we have fun, and we laugh. But everything we talk about, we're doing what? Facts and truth. Please do remember, guys, like, subscribe, hit that notification bell, leave a comment, you know, love the comments. If you haven't already done so already, check out the Wunderkind Morning Show live, Mondays through Thursdays, 9:30 to 10:30 a.m., touching on topics of sports, break down sports culture, pop culture, a little bit of nostalgia trivia from the 70s, 80s, 90s, early 2000s, guys. Be there or be squared, okay? Also, if you would like to donate to the channel, help out with equipment and stuff like that, bottom of the screen, QR code is to a Cash App. Cash App located in the description of every video that we do. Name of it is money sign, The Wunderkind Show. Super easy. But that's the episode of The Wunderkind Show. This show is Nitro signing off. And as always, guys, you know my slogan. Peace. And I am out of here. Huh? Yo!